Former Nike director expresses frustration over no Caitlin Clark shoe. Caitlin Clark has single-handedly lifted women's basketball to the height it is at today. Her popularity can't be argued against or downplayed given her track record since joining the WNBA after being drafted number 1 overall in 2024. Her credit received for all of this attention, however, has been controversial to say the least. In April 2024, just days after being drafted into the WNBA, Nike signed an 8-year $28 million record-breaking endorsement deal with Clark, which is also supposed to include a signature shoe. You know, a shoe similar to that of the NBA's mega superstar Michael Jordan. Over a year later and there's still no announcement of a release date of Clark's signature shoe. A former Nike basketball marketing director, Jordan Rodgers, who spent a decade with the organization, did not mince words when discussing the debacle his former employer has created when it comes to the Clark endorsement. The company has completely dropped the ball on marketing arguably the world's most popular athlete. An opportunity missed is certainly one way this can be described, but perhaps it's still not too late for a bounce back. Rodgers has been very public with his thoughts surrounding the entire Clark endorsement and even took to Instagram to further explain his stance. There is disappointment that comes from the lack of exposure that Nike has given Clark, not only for their own benefit, but with hers as well, not that she really needs it. It's appalling to think that a popular and generational talent signs with a company and remains practically silent for the last year. Instead, Nike recently released A'ja Wilson's signature shoe, the Aone. No disrespect to Wilson, who has certainly earned her endorsement role. This was one major talking point that Rodgers delves further into, contributing to his frustrations with the company. One significant controversial issue about Clark's rising popularity is that it has become just about her. People only watch the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. It's been heard all over since she's stepped foot in the league. But there are still some who feel that Clark did not single-handedly revive the WNBA, and perhaps this is why Nike chose to release Wilson's shoe first. An attempt to keep balanced attention. One point that leaves people scratching their heads is, Kobe Bryant has a signature shoe at the same time as LeBron James, so why can't A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark, two of the WNBA's biggest stars? Rodgers goes on to argue that Nike is trying to avoid any political or social conflict. The WNBA has become a space for trolls and even some fans for that matter to argue about these topics, forcing the company to tread lightly when focusing on certain athletes. Unfortunately, because of this toxicity, athletes are the ones paying the price for decreased exposure.